Welcome back to another lesson on English idioms. In a previous video, we explored 12 commonly used idioms that can help you sound more fluent and natural in English. If you haven't seen that video yet, make sure to check it out. Today, we're continuing with 12 more idioms that you'll often hear in conversations. As always, I'll explain their meanings, provide example sentences, and show you how to use them in daily life. Let's get started. Our first idiom is let the cat out of the bag. This expression means to reveal a secret, usually by accident. Imagine someone trying to keep a surprise party a secret, but they accidentally mention it in conversation. At that moment, they've let the cat out of the bag. Now let's look at some example sentences. Emma let the cat out of the bag about Sarah's surprise party before the guests even arrived. I was trying to keep the news a secret, but my brother let the cat out of the bag without realizing it. This idiom is commonly used when someone unintentionally reveals information that was supposed to be kept private. The next idiom is bite the bullet. This expression means to endure a difficult or painful situation with courage. It originates from a time when injured soldiers were given a bullet to bite on during surgery to help them withstand the pain. Today, we use it when facing something unpleasant but necessary. For example, I hate going to the dentist, but I had to bite the bullet and get my tooth fixed. She didn't want to take the difficult exam, but she bit the bullet and gave it her best effort. This idiom reminds us to face challenges head-on with determination. Our next idiom is a blessing in disguise. This phrase describes something that seems bad at first but turns out to be beneficial. Imagine losing a job only to find a better one soon after. That would be a blessing in disguise. For example, losing my job felt terrible at first, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because I found a better one. Failing the test was a blessing in disguise because it pushed me to study harder and improve. This idiom reminds us that setbacks can sometimes lead to unexpected opportunities. The next idiom is the ball is in my court. This means it is my turn to take action in a situation. Imagine a tennis match. When the ball is in your court, it's your responsibility to hit it back. In the same way in life, when the ball is in your court, you are the one who has to make the next move. For example, the company made me a job offer and now the ball is in my court. I sent her an apology message, so now the ball is in her court. This idiom is commonly used when one person needs to make a decision or take action. The next idiom is kill two birds with one stone. This means to accomplish two tasks at once. The phrase comes from hunting. If someone manages to hit two birds with a single stone, they achieve two goals with one action. Today, we use this idiom to describe efficiency in everyday life. For example, by studying while commuting, I kill two birds with one stone because I make good use of my travel time. Cooking while listening to podcasts helps me kill two birds with one stone by learning something new while preparing a meal. This idiom is perfect for describing ways to be more efficient. Our next idiom is the black sheep of the family. This phrase refers to someone who is different or does not fit in with the rest of their family or group. For example, Jake is the black sheep of the family because he chose to be an artist while everyone else became a doctor. She always felt like the black sheep because her interests and lifestyle were different from those of her relatives. This idiom is often used to describe someone who does not follow the traditional path or expectations of their family or community. The next idiom is as bold as brass. This expression describes someone who is extremely confident, sometimes to the point of being overly fearless or even rude. The phrase comes from the idea that brass is a bright, shiny metal that stands out, just like a bold person who isn't afraid to speak up or take action. For example, she walked into the manager's office as bold as brass and demanded a promotion. He interrupted the meeting, as bold as brass, without waiting for his turn to speak. This idiom is often used when someone displays remarkable confidence, even in situations where others might hesitate. The next idiom is "not my cup of tea." This expression means that something is not to your liking or preference. It originates from British tea culture, where everyone has their own preferred type of tea. If something is not your cup of tea, it simply means you don't enjoy it, or it's not your style. For example, hiking for hours in the mountains is not my cup of tea, but my friends absolutely love it. I know sushi is popular, but it's not my cup of tea. This idiom is a polite way to express personal dislikes without sounding too negative. Our next idiom is top of the line. This phrase refers to something of the highest quality or the best available in its category. It is commonly used to describe luxury products, premium services, or cutting-edge technology. For example, he bought a top-of-the-line smartphone with all the latest features. This laptop is top of the line. It comes with the newest technology. This idiom is used to highlight the best of the best. The next idiom is spoon-feed. This means to provide too much help, making it difficult for someone to think or learn on their own. The phrase comes from feeding babies with a spoon. When someone is spoon-fed information, they receive everything they need without making any effort. For example, the teacher refused to spoon-feed the students and instead encouraged them to think critically. If you always spoon-feed your child, they may struggle to develop independence. This idiom is often used to describe situations where someone becomes overly dependent on guidance instead of learning independently. Our next idiom is lend a hand. This means to help someone with a task. The phrase originates from the idea of physically using your hands to assist someone, symbolizing offering help when needed. For example, "Can you lend a hand with moving these heavy boxes? I could really use some help." She was always ready to lend a hand whenever someone needed assistance. This idiom is a friendly way to offer or request help. The final idiom in this lesson is on cloud nine. This expression means to feel extremely happy or joyful. The phrase originates from meteorology, where cloud nine refers to the highest and fluffiest cloud, symbolizing a feeling of floating in happiness. For example, she was on cloud nine after winning the singing competition. When I got the job offer, I was on cloud nine for days because I had worked so hard for it. This idiom is used to describe a state of great excitement and happiness. And that wraps up today's lesson. We have covered 12 popular idioms that you can use in everyday conversations. These expressions will help you sound more natural and fluent in English. Try to practice them by using them in your own sentences. Which idiom was your favourite? Let me know in the comments. Also, do not forget to like and subscribe for more English lessons. I will see you in the next video.